package in the mail, MSX games from Japan. Collecting without fail, those shoot 'em ups, and that's the plan. He doesn't just collect them, he also codes them too. Join us and we'll go on electric adventures with you.
Hey YouTube, Electric Adventures here with starting off looking at the room again, but this is my channel update for November 2022. I'm showing you the game room because finally most of my daughter's stuff is out of here and I can actually move. It's still a work in progress as far as getting things cleaned up, but for the first time in ages I'm starting to be able to see my retro computer collection. This area here my wife's been using for sewing. After Christmas we're going to make her a sewing room inside, so I'm going to set that up as my sort of my diagnostic station for working on retro computers and things. And I have this Sony Triniton screen as well, so that's going to be set up on there. The middle area is still a bit of a mess, but we can now walk down here. I'm going to build new shelves for the MSX collection and move the Atari stuff somewhere else, so the MSX collection will go all the way to the top. It needs the room. As you can see, there's a bit of overflow and double stacking. I have my ColecoVision collection here in the middle and the mini arcades. Sorry, two of them batteries aren't charged at the moment, but I love these little mini arcades. The latest one's Missile Command. It's really cool. Yeah, ColecoVision collection fills up all that space at the moment, so probably not allowed to get any more Coleco games. Sega Master System, obviously Williams Multi Arcade, currently on its Robotron side. Time Pilot, shall we call the Messy Corner, Checkered Flag, Ugly Cab, not fired up, has a screen, has a tube, chassis is dead. My Bosconian cab, just having board problems at the moment. Other than that, that one works. Berzerk, I have some new cable up there so I can make the connection cable, so I might be able to get that working. My generic arcade has MVS one slot with a 160 in one. And the first of my pickups is actually this lovely original marquee for Sega Choplifter. Now I've just put it in there on top of the other marquee. It's just a piece of paper. I need to get a piece of plastic. The other marquee's got stuff etched into it, so I just need to get a bit of plastic to go in front of it and a little bit of black to go behind, and that will be perfect. Love playing Choplifter. So this is, a bit of an ugly thing. I mean, I will try and see if I can get a new control panel for it at some stage, but this is my mini, and maybe restore the coin section at some stage. But this is a nice little mini. My second mini cabinet here is my Tutankhamun. That one works, other than the chassis is having a brightness issue. So this is me winding all the settings all the way up and it looks horrible. Still does work though. I actually have another spare tube of that, another chassis. It's exactly the same. A lot of chassis repairs to do. Obviously the one-up Attack from Mars pinball, which I play a fair bit, and my very first original arcade cabinet back there, and that's got a blown chassis as well. We have my Space Invaders cocktail. The board works and things, and the screen works. I've just got to get some time to start to put that back together again. I'm going to replace the old power supply with a new one to be done with it. I'm not going to keep the original power supply. My console area is actively played. You can see I've got several arcade sticks down from their normal storage spot down there. I've been playing on the Coleco. I just thought I'd put my game up on there while I was doing that. And of course I have the Helifire cabinet, and the other pickup is I have the original connecting loom, so I'll be able to start putting that together. So what I might do is sit down and we'll do the rest of the pickups in the other way around. background the other way. Nice to be back to this thing and there not be a mattress sitting behind there. So obviously this is just a day before this video. This is the first time I've had a chance to come in the game room and start tidying it up, but I've got a long way to go. So some other pickups. Continuing on, I suppose the last couple of months I've just been getting a few odds and ends for one of my favourite childhood movies, The Black Hole. I got another one of the take it out of. There was lots of, being Walt Disney film, there was lots of ancillary stuff, so I got this really cheap. Actually, there's this bonus book in there. They used another golden book as packing, but anyway, it's The Black Hole Little Golden Book. So these are the junior versions. Goes through the story in a very simplistic form. Very cool to have that. Obviously just a little bit of damage on the cover. It was like $10, so who's complaining too much? And another one that I picked up is the full golden book of The Black Hole, and that one's very, very cool. Just take it out so I can show you guys. There we go. So you get story and pictures. Last month I got the comic and obviously the Laserdisc. So that's another very, very cool. And I also got the. Actually, I've forgotten one. I didn't show those last month. Hang on a second. Right, sorry, back. Yes, I forgot, completely and utterly forgot about these other items. And once again, Black Hole. These are original film cells, although I believe they are from the trailer. This is my favourite one. You're not really going to be able to see them very well. I might have to put some pictures up. It's very hard to take pictures of because they're film cells. So that's the one with the most action in it. So that's a sentry robot being shot. But there is. So I'm just going to have to hold a couple of these up. That's the actual sickness from behind. And our wonderful robots. I can't actually tell what that one is from there, but there's a whole lot of them. I'm not really going to be able to show them properly on here. That one's the actual Black Hole logo. Very hard to. I've got to try and mount them in like an album with a white background. And once I've managed to do that, I might show them in a little bit more detail. But that's probably the end of my Black Hole madness for the time being, because some of the other stuff is rather expensive. But when I get this these two lots of shelves rejigged and I start tidying up some of the rest of the room, I'm going to have a movie section, because I do love my movies as well. Now, so once again, started out this year, had a few Laserdiscs, and then kept on encountering more. Well, I found some more, and this one is really a Grail Laserdisc for me. And I already watched it. I watched it last night, and it's really good quality, and it's none other than Tron. Now, I don't actually have any other Tron memorabilia, so this is really cool game. So it's a Japanese one, but it's widescreen, so the Japanese subtitles are below the actual movie, so they don't really interfere, and it's a really good quality version. Watched it last night, thoroughly enjoyed it. Also in the same batch from the same seller, we have this. It's quite a. It must be a. Well, I suppose it is a long movie. We have Conan the Barbarian. I have no idea whether we're widescreen or not on this one. It is a little bit hard to tell. But you can't even really tell from the code as well. Mono Oriole CLV. It's an NTSC. But I will be watching that. I really like the original Conan the Barbarian. Also another movie, I mean, it's not renowned as one of the best movies around, but it brings back a lot of childhood memories, and it's Kroll. So all of these are big gatefold type ones. And I said I haven't had a chance to play this one yet. It looks like it's easier to take out. Yeah, the Japanese ones in the middle don't seem to be like the Western ones and have big colour inlets, so that's fairly disappointing on the inside. But I'm looking forward to re-watching that one and having a bit of nostalgia for Kroll. Now one more that came with that lot, and this one's a Criterion edition. So this is where they pull out all the stops and they have all the extras and the best quality. So it's none other than the RoboCop Criterion edition. So you've got the unrated director's cut, including the excessive violent shots cut from the theatrical release to avoid an X rating. I have seen those before. And there's commentary and film to storyboard, and there's a still frame supplement. So the still frame supplement must be CAV rather than CLV, so you can pause. Oh no, the whole thing is CAV. So that's why you get the better quality. I think I've got 2 discs, so 4 sides. I actually really love the original RoboCop movie, so another one that I'm looking forward to. So 4 very, very good additions to the Laserdisc collection there. So that's all the pickups. Now I showed you when I walked around the room the choplifter marquee, and which really brings that choplifter cab up. I got the loom for the Helifire, so we'll be restoring that soon too. Yeah, so pretty eventful month. I finished my daughter's house off, obviously, because we moved her in. A couple of little things to do, but hopefully I'll start getting at least a little bit of time on the weekend and some evenings, especially now as it stays light here for quite some time, to do a bit more and get some more things working in the game room. This is my time of the year where I can, you know, spend a lot more time in here and just gradually work away and fix some things. I'm probably looking at getting the wood delivered for the shelves either next week or the week after, so I can work on those over the Christmas break, and I'll video each shelf as I do it. I'm going to stain those and make it all look nice and matching, and gradually work my way around the room and tidy things up. And I want to put new posters up and have some actual displays. Like I mentioned, I want a little bit more movie memorability in here, and I may get rid of the pool table that's sitting in the middle here. Haven't really used it for a long time at the moment. It's just used as a flat standing surface, which means it just gets covered with stuff. And it's probably taking up room and making this room squishy. I'd like the room to be a little bit more open. Now, on to the next part of my video, Homebrew. So I have actually had a fairly busy month with Homebrew. So one thing, Berzerk was finally released in physical form. And is on the Collectorvision website. They've already gone through the first batch, but are taking pre-orders for the next batch, and there's quite a few people who have already ordered the next batch, so it won't be too long before they are done. Probably be after Christmas before they can get the parts, but if you're interested, I'll put a link down below to go and get that. It's nice to finally have that game, considering I finished it in June, earlier in the year. It's nice for it to finally come out. Now, most of the month I've been working on Sydney Hunter and the Caverns of Death for the NES. So John Gamester81 actually spent some of his holidays going through and videoing and taking extensive notes of lots of little niggles and bugs for me. It's the only way to find these things. And I have fixed probably about 60% of them in the last week, and the version now is very, very solid. I actually, most of the fixes left are to do with the last 2 levels, and just a couple of little tidy ups and maybe another playthrough, so we're probably looking at hopefully getting that out to people finally, probably just after Christmas. If I can get the, you know, a really solid version off to John in the next week, with all of the listed bugs fixed, he just does another playthrough and maybe sends it off to another one of the play testers. We should be ready to go finally. Also, as far as other homebrew, so I've been doing a little bit more work on Kangaroo. That's my next focus. after, sorry, my next release before Kangaroo will be EA 70s arcade classics, which includes Lunar Rescue, Depth Charge and Stunt Cycle. I actually have Lunar Rescue and Depth Charge working on all three systems, so that's MSX, Spectravideo and ColecoVision. Stunt Cycle's only on Coleco at the moment. I've got to do the conversion of that, and it's not quite finished. I'm still working on the jump physics. While rewatching some video of me playing the original Lunar Rescue arcade game, I noticed one feature that I missed, which is you actually get an asteroid flying diagonally across the screen that you have to dodge. I'm going to add that into. That's sort of like a random thing that comes along. That makes it even harder. We'll just have to make sure we balance the difficulty. But those games are pretty solid, so I'm going to try and get them finished off by Christmas, so they can go off for a bit of beta testing, and then we get a release early in the year. And then over Christmas, the focus will be working on Kangaroo, and only once I progress Kangaroo a fair way, well, I'll be moving on to Space Dungeon. So I do have a long list of homebrews. Also, I have finally updated my website. It has sections on each of my homebrew games, both the ones I've released in the past and the ones that I'm working on. Now, the website allows me to put blog entries, so I'll try and put blog entries in there so you can follow along the progress and get links to videos, and sometimes I publish sample ROMs for some of the earlier efforts as well. Yeah, so that's probably enough rambling for this month. Hopefully my December update will include some changes to the game room. We'll just see how things go. Sometimes Christmas period can be a little busier than you expected and you get a few interruptions. I'll see how we go. I'm looking forward to just spending some more time in the game room and playing some more games. Alright, I'm Electric Adventures. Thanks to all my subscribers. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.